everyone, my name is Lumia, and today me and my teammates Lucas and Rose, who are the representatives of the team S.T.A.R or Scientific and Technological Advanced Research, or S.T.A.R for short, will tell about global warming. The environment is filled with dangerous substances and polluted air. If we breathe in these stuff, it won't be good for our health. But if you compare to Mother Earth, then your damage dealt is still a lot less than you're thinking. Mother Earth's problem is global warming. People always say global warming is bad and we need to improve global warming. But what is even global warming? And what are the effects of it? Global warming is the action of warming up the planet, mostly caused by greenhouse gases. And according to the UA or the United Nations and the National Academy's website, there is a total of 2 biggest reasons or effects of global warming. My first reason, based on the UN, is climate change. Of course you know what climate change is, but I'm going to be more specific. I'm going to tell you something that you may not know before. Climate change isn't just caused by humans. It could also be caused by natural effects as well. It may be confusing, but natural effects like wildfires, bonfires, and even forest fires, and like volcanoes create lava and fire. And then when both of them happen, then it could increase the temperature of the planet about 1 to 2 degrees at most. Well, you see, natural effect is just like a super duper small part takes part in the whole big circle of climate change. The rest is because of human activities. Human activities contain burning coal, using gasoline, and landfills, and etc. Those release polluted gases, CO2, and methane, and all them are called together as greenhouse gases. You see, when you pollute the air, and then when you came out, you see that you have probably lungs. It's very hard to breathe. You may be thinking that when you pollute the air, isn't the price to pay when you have problems? Of course, no. Probably, yeah. You may be thinking, but the real reason why is still no. When you pollute the air, the dangerous particles still stay put in the atmosphere, the air around you. So when you gain the air from around, then it is certain that you could still breathe in those particles. When you breathe in too much of them, you could probably get some bad problems, like heart attacks or like lungs, which is not a very good thing or healthy for your body. This happens because every single thing, from a little bird to the tree, is connected together. So that's why when you pollute the air, you have problems. Imagine that you are exercising in the park and you suddenly will feel sweaty and exhausted. You may think you overwork yourself at the time you are exercising. But in fact, it's not. It is the effect of global warming. The second effect I want to deliver to you today is heat waves. Heat wave is the action of the sun delivering light and heat to Earth. If you put global warming and heat waves into 2 different groups, then you can see no connection between it. And I agree with you. But in fact, global warming in fact makes heat waves worse. Due to human activities, heat waves nowadays are more extreme and frequently. And here's the tip. People who are working outside, like gardeners and construction workers, are more affected than people who are working inside, like computer programmers and teachers. And plus one more thing, people who are pregnant are affected more than the people who isn't, like me. When the heat waves are more extreme, then it can also even make healthy people exhausted and unhealthy people being dead, which is not a happy thing to say at all. And it could also make existing problems in any single type of person became worse, like cancer and heart attacks. In conclusion, I would sum up what is the definition of global warming and my two effects. The definition of global warming is the action of warming of the planet mostly caused by greenhouse gases. My two reasons are climate change, of course, and heat waves. In my point of view, I think global warming is a very serious problem and we need to aware it right away. So let's start to improve the air quality. So it's the end of my speech. Now let's welcome my teammate Rose talking about the causes of global warming.
Hello, my name is Rose, and as you know, global warming is a very important problem to our society. So here are the main reasons. The first is because of air pollution, or also known as CO2. This is caused by volcanic eruptions, dust storms, allergens, and wildfires. But the majority reason is because of humans. Humans cause air pollution by smoking, burning fossil fuels, going by cars, and releasing toxic smoke from factories. All this air pollution has the effect on plants, animals, and humans ourselves. People can have many diseases, such as lung cancer, respiratory infections, and a heart disease. According to WHO, 2.4 million of people died in 1 year of air pollution. The second reason to this is because of deforestation and tree clearing. Humans clear vast areas of vegetables around the world for farming. When vegetables is removed or burned, the stored carbon inside the vegetable is released back to the atmosphere as CO2, contributing to global warming. According to WWF Australia, up to 1/5 of global greenhouse gas pollution comes from deforestation and forest degradation. Now, let's figure out how to solve this problem with Lucas.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucas, and as you just heard, my friends just talk about what is global warming, its effects, and what causes global warming. So today, here I'm going to talk about how to solve global warming. So, firstly, what causes global warming? Global warming is mostly caused by humans. Humans every day use transportation such as airplanes, cars, motorbikes, or even ships. These leads to important problems like global warming by producing a lot of carbon emissions through the air, such as called as greenhouse gases. So, how do we solve this problem from keep getting worse? In the year 2017, at France, the government made a new law. This law is to ban all kinds of plastics, such as plastic bags or straws and many other products that are made out of plastics. They also recommend the people to use more reusable energy instead of non-reusable. The result was that a lot of people protested, but from averaging 350 billion tons of carbon emission each year, it decreased to 320 billion. And that was a great success. So what should we do to stop global warming? Firstly, ban plastics. Secondly, use more reusable energy instead of non-reusable. And thirdly, don't throw trash. And if this was successful, maybe in the future, global warming will finally come to an end. The second way of stopping global warming is by using technology. In the year 2015, Russia, the climatorists, invented a new way of stopping global warming. He named it geoengineering. Geoengineering's job is to add more reflective particles into the atmosphere, and if successful, the sunlight gonna bounce off Earth and bounce to space. And in the year 2050, according to The Guardian, if we keep using geoengineering, global warming will stop. And that was very nice to hear. So there are a lot of geoengineering techniques now. We've invented some new, like marine cloud brightening or aerosol injection, cool roof, and many other methods. But we recommend you to use cool roofs. So let me explain the process of cool roofs. Cool roof demands to paint a high albedo color, such as white, on buildings. According to The Guardian, a high albedo color could bounce 80% of sunlight that reaches it. So, a climate theorist in France said that he made an experiment with cool roof and it went very well. The atmosphere in the earth decreased by 3 Celsius. So, I will explain to you why do you use cool roof. The reason why is because it is very cheap. Poor countries like Vietnam or many other poor countries would not afford to buy more expensive methods, while cool roof just demands a paint and paint it on buildings, and that was very good too. Thank you for hearing, and hopefully in the future, global warming will hopefully come to an end.